It is hot. That is for sure. Sitting here out in front of my apartment. I was talking to a buddy of mine back in Tennessee yesterday, and I didn't realize this, but he told me he had met this girl over here, and that I guess they'd been talking for like 2 years, and he was going to. Uh, he planned on coming over here to visit her, and I think he was even thinking about marriage, and he told me that over the 2 years he'd probably sent her about 40,000 USD, and I was like, oh man, like, I knew when he said that it was going to get bad. Well, sure enough, she found out. I don't know how he did it, but found out that she, I think, was married the entire time. So, uh, yeah, yeah, I hate it for him too because he's a good dude, like he really is. But I guess he just got suckered in, some nudie pics and a few I love yous, and he's right there. It's just crazy. I feel terrible for him too. But I knew as soon as he told me that, I was like, man, I was waiting for the next, and then here it come. I thought, man, like, because he's like, well, how do you? I was like, look, dude, like, don't even worry about long distance relationship. Just get your butt over here and get your feet. I mean, plan for a month, 2 months, 3 months, however long, and I guarantee you're gonna find what you're looking for. I mean, it may not be uh, the first one or the second one or whatever, but eventually you're gonna find one that just ain't out for your money and uh, just you know, uh, wants to be just with you, But with there's no divorce. I think they just passed a divorce bill here in the Philippines, so you know. But before that, there's never been no divorce here, and I'd still say it would be tough to get here. I mean, tough to, you know, which I think is good because America's made it too easy. They made it way too easy. You can get married and get divorced all on the same day. So, it's just like nothing sacred, about that place anymore. And it's probably thanks to our government and, you know, those pulling the strings behind them. So, but man, it's a beautiful day here. Lord have mercy, it's beautiful. It's hot. It's gorgeous. Love it. Sweating bullets. Sitting out here sweating bullets. Yeah. Uh, Listening to these tricycles running up down the road. I'm gonna try to get out here maybe in the morning and just kind of show you. I'm just gonna film these tricycles because they catch these students like going to work. I mean, going to school and people going to work, and they'll burn this road up early in the morning, like between 6:30 and 8 for sure. They're You'll see 3 or 4 up and down constantly. These guys, they know what they're doing though. You know, I actually caught one yesterday, and I told him when I was leaving the mall, I said, told him right where I need to come, and he shook his head, yes, yes, and so he starts driving, and I thought, man, I don't recognize any of this stuff. Like, I don't even know, So I didn't say anything. We keep riding, and we cross over this bridge, and I'm thinking, this ain't it. Like, then all of a sudden he says something and just kind of points, and I was like, no, man. I was like, Agrita, phase one. He said, Agrita. I said, yes. Oh. And then we was way, and I ain't talking about a little off. We was way off. So I don't know if he'd been on the Tandawai, uh, you know, that day, or if he, maybe the night before he might have had a late night. I don't know, but he got me right here. We come in the back way too. Like I thought, man, this place kind of looks familiar. And next thing you know, he's turning right on my street, and I was like, oh my god, like, yeah. So, but I mean, hey, I don't know. I'll get lost. I can't wait to get another motorcycle and actually get lost. Have to depend on GPS or this phone or whatever. You know. But yeah, I would highly suggest don't be sending no money. I don't care. I don't care if you think you know her, if you video chatted, you met her whole family. Uh, she sends you pictures of her at church. I don't care, man. There's no damn way I'd send. There's no way I'd send a dime. Just for stuff like that. Like Brad, he didn't deserve that, man. He's freaking straight up good dude. And I can't say his last name because I don't want him to. But he's a good dude. I mean, most of us are we're genuine. We're we're tired of dating in the West, and the women there is just they're not really family centered. They're more self centered, I guess you'd say, than they are family centered. So not all of them. I'm not saying all of them. This is just my opinion. You take it with a grain of salt. I don't matter to me. I just know that I've lived there my whole life, and now I want to change, and I got it, and I got right where I want to be too. Like I've got to go back to. I got to go back and get this handled. See these doctors and do all this stuff, and try to get my leg fixed while I'm there. Where this doctor cut uh, my lymph nodes out of my leg, like, and maybe try to get into some type of something for the pain, because they don't really have much out here unless you're in the hospital. Then they give you some stuff while you're in the hospital, but when you get out, you're pretty much on ibuprofen or just something, paracetamol, you know. So hopefully I can get all that going and, you know, get all that taken care of. I'm going to be back out here, you know. I'd like to ship my kayak out here. I got a kayak, and I may just see what it costs just to ship it out here, and kind of go from there. But yeah, it's definitely hot. It's probably 100. I don't know. They go by Celsius out here, so when I say 100, it's I really don't know what that is Celsius. So that's just like kilometers. They don't do miles out here. They do kilometers. Which is pretty cool. I mean, really, you don't need to do miles because you don't really drive. They don't you don't. It ain't like America where you can put a few thousand miles a week on a vehicle just by going to work. Work 45 minutes to an hour away, and you're easily putting 1,000 miles or more a week on your car. So here, you ain't gonna put that on there. Probably I mean, you would have to do some major traveling to put that kind of, because it's just not that big, you know. So I just want to get me another motorcycle, scooter or something, so I don't have to ride in these tricycles. Too tall, my head, they'll hit a bump, man, and my head just bam right off the top. And I'm like, nah, So I'll take care of that when I get back. You know, find something. I was looking at the Kawasaki's yesterday, and they got a nice 300. But I had a 250 once, and drove it up to Lake Cebu, and it 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 just seemed like it was. I mean, there's a couple spots I'd have to gear all the way down to first gear. So I'm thinking maybe get like a 500 this time, you know. And they've got a few 1000s out here, and I think in Davao they sell like Harleys. As much as I'd love to be riding a Harley, but they just ain't enough room to really open it up, you know. So really a 500 I'd say would be plenty. It'll get you up the mountains, and you know, uh, if you're off road, it'll take care of you pretty good if you're off road, So yeah, yeah, it's a beautiful day, man. Sun's been shining since early this morning. I got up early, been hanging out, so definitely looking forward to seeing my kids and everybody back home. My aunt, some cousins, you know. Oh, my grandbabies eating some smoked sausage. Like, man, I ain't had smoked sausage since I've been here, and that's my breakfast every morning. I'd have smoked sausage, put it in the air fryer, and a couple fried eggs, and I mean that's just my thing. And I got out here, and you ain't gonna. I mean, I haven't found it yet, but I'm gonna try to go to the public market and see if they have something, or at least something similar. You know. Uh, But if they don't, that's okay. I've been eating this Hungarian sausage, and it's kind of got a little spice to it. It's almost not like a bratwurst, but like a giant hot dog that's big as a bratwurst, maybe with some spices. It's not bad though. It's not bad though. So yeah, just going to enjoy this day. I think I'm gonna go over to Roselle Park, just chill out over there for a little while today. Go to the sauna, sit in there and sweat, like I'm doing here. Really, I could probably just stay out here, be just as good as a sauna. But you know, just trying to help you foreigners out. Don't be fooled, man. You know, and it's easy. It's easy to get caught in. It's real easy. But they're not all like that. But I just say I'm a boots on the ground kind of guy. You ain't gonna know nothing till you get boots on the ground. LDR. I mean that's long distance relationship. That's that's something, man. I mean, my LDR had a boyfriend the entire time. And to beat all, when I was in the hospital in America from getting blowed up at work, I blowed down a flight of stairs. Uh, uh, the guy actually sent me a message, her boyfriend, and said, "Excuse me, sir, but this is my girlfriend." And I was like, "Well, it can't be." You know, I said, "It can't be." I said, "Well, me and her's been seeing each other for, I don't know, at that point in time, it's probably a good 7 months, eight, yeah, 7." And and I said, so then I sent her these, because dude sent me pictures of him and her together. And I sent them to her. I sent them to her grandmother, and I sent them to her uncle. Well, they had a big family meeting. I guess they went and picked her up from school down here, took her back up Lake Cebu, had a big family meeting, and which was all a bunch of lies. Oh, that was her first year college boyfriend, but she's not seeing him no more. He's a Muslim. You know, we blah blah blah. Just and they was all crying. All three of them was crying, and you know, and uh, and I believed it. I mean, you got to trust somebody until you really can't no more, and that's basically what happened. I couldn't once I found out that that all that really was true, and it was true even when I got here. You know, uh, it's just weird, man. Just weird getting falling in a trap like that. And it's easy traps. That's you know it's very very easy to do. So the girl that's staying here now, like she's awesome, man. She cooks, and we don't argue or nothing, but I don't know. She works. She works every day, but she's got on this money trip here the last couple of weeks, and thinking that I took her to raise. Let me give you an example. Her uh, drawer at work, or I guess she works with another girl. Anyway, they come up 2,000 pesos short for the day, right? So they're short 2,000 pesos. All right, so it's got to come out of somebody's. It's got to come out of somebody's paycheck. That's the way they do it here in the Philippines. I reckon I watched the CCTVs. Didn't find anything, so somebody got paid 2,000 more than what they should have. And she had enough nerve to ask me to pay that 2,000 pesos. You know, asked me to pay it, and I said no, I'm not paying that. I said that one, that's not my responsibility, and I said two, I don't work there, I don't make that mistake. And I said if it comes out of your paycheck, or if 1,000 comes out of yours and 1,000 comes out of hers, I mean, y'all was the only two there. I said that's none of my business. And then yesterday, uh, want more money, want to get her nails done. Oh, you don't understand. I'm a girl. I know, babe. I know you're a girl, but it's just crazy, man. Like so when you start feeling like you're ATM, or when you start, I don't know. Whenever I get back, I'm really going to be looking. I really love it here. I love living right where I'm at, but I may go to, I don't know where I'll end up. Just to be honest with you, I may stay right here. I mean, who knows? I really do like it here, but um, I may do some once I get a motorcycle and I can actually explore uh, different parts of the island, and even take ferries over to other islands and go and explore them. Heck, I may find an island that I like better. You know, so I'm not going to say I'm just going to be right here because I don't know. You know, and I don't know if who's here now will be here when I get back, or uh, you just never know, man. I don't make plans for the future. Only God knows the future. So I just try to live my life, enjoy it, and oh, and yeah, going to. I gotta step in here for a minute. It's way too hot. I mean, it's at least 100 something out there right now. So yeah. So I'm just saying, guys, just be careful for the traps, uh, because there's definitely traps set up for us guys that are middle aged coming out here. You start dating a girl in her 20s, mid 20s, late 20s, and uh, which actually my last wife in America she was 27. So, I mean, I've always dated younger. Uh, I've only had one girlfriend ever that was ever older than me. Uh, so, dating younger to me has just been part of life. It just seems like they're more uh, energetic. They're more, uh, you know, better in bed. Not just better, but like you get it more often. It ain't it ain't like, oh, my head's hurting today. You're not gonna get that out here in Southeast Asia neither. That headache, backache, oh, I'm just tired, oh, my feet, rub this, rub that. No, you're not. I mean, you might have to give them a massage, but no, it is totally different. Dating out here is totally different. Just stay vigilant for the traps, man. And it's mostly going to be about money. Okay, it's mostly going to be about money. So if you can just separate the two, you're going to be fine. You know what I mean? You got to be aware of your surroundings, and don't even. I don't care. Like I said, I would not send any money from America to the Philippines. Not like that. I'm gonna have to send some just to keep my apartment over here while I'm there. But other than that, I'm not sending. I'm not sending. You know, definitely. A lot of money so it can all be spent. But I hope y'all have a very blessed day. I hope this reaches a few of you foreign guys and y'all see that. Just please be aware of the traps. Okay, they're real. You know, and get your butt out here. You know, don't listen to nothing. Don't listen to your buddies. Don't listen to nothing. Just do it. All right, man. Y'all have a good day, and I'll be back to holler at you.